Hey guys, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. I know I just played it, but I'm really excited to see what happens next. So I really wanted to play it and get it out to you. So let's try it. Okay guys, so I don't have any music on through my game for some reason. Like the settings shows I was supposed to have music, but I don't have any of it. That's why in the last one I put a whole lot of non-copyrighted music in the background. So I guess I'll do that for this one too. How troublesome. Maybe I'll just use the same music I had in the last one. Hope you don't mind. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sari, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. Just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay, so just to recap, in the last episode we were introduced to our best friend Sayori, and she wanted us to join the literature club, so didn't really want to, but then we did anyway for the sake of all of these pretty girls, because our character is a guy. This is based on kind of modeled after like a guy's Japanese dating sim. Yeah, so we have to write a poem to get to know all the members, so all the members can get to know each other, you know? Okay, it's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen, whoever likes your poem the most. Cool. Let's try this. You know what's annoying? The League of Legends ads that are all over YouTube. Constantly doing those. Anyway, it's just I have music playing in the background. Fear, secret, spinning, judgment, crimson, raindrops, infinite ocean, bliss, melancholy. Raindrops. Heartbeat. Death. Anxiety. Doki Doki! It's frightening. Despise. Why isn't the other girl there? Disown. Oh. Headphones, shame, captive, bouncy piece, dance, essence, peaceful, question, flying. Shame. Disoriented. She seems to really like a lot of this. I'm just doing a whole bunch of dark things. Why am I doing things so dark? Tenacious. Massacre. I immediately go to that one. I like puppies. Page. Email. Inferno. Memories? Milk? That's random. Atone. Philosophy. Boop. Scars. She has a bit of a dark side, you notice that? I thought it was just her, but then she keeps jumping for a few of these dark things. Defeat. Wow. Which one should I do for the last one? Destiny. Okay, what do we got? Hi again, Smirk. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. Was the last to come in, so everybody else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Smirk. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Smirgali's kiss. It is best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy. It's distracting. You almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Smirk can become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, you're even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Eh? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sorry, made it sound like a big deal, but it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. Guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So, any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should give you attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad her distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she knows me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. That only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... It's the book that you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious. How come you have two copies of the same book? Well, I when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. No, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging, readable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous look. It's an ominous looking something or other. Oh man. Alright. I just want to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets turned upside down. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life's in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Smirk? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into these things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but mine seems completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange, new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, or their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly, when you thought you were related to the protagonist, they made out to be the naive one, or letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling again, aren't I? Once again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. Quickly retrieve the book that I put into my bag. Alright. It's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to yours. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading when company with someone. I see. Oh, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I still understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her present over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks as if she's reading from my book instead. So sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? Yeah, are you Canadian? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Oh, what's up with that, like, evil laugh? Man, like... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book between the two of them. How romantic. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Because my left arm is in the way, so I use my right hand to open the book, hold the book open. I guess this makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I'm having flashbacks to middle school. Anyway. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I can turn a page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face. She's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? What? Turn the page. So sorry. I think I got distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep this up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue with the first chapter in deep silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side, as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things she says and does. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Smirk, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. This is so embarrassing that you think that. Well, wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you're self-conscious about this sort of thing. I guess, I mean, it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or do you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters on your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left the book, off in the book, and slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. Our relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Saori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Saori's on a wrinkled sheet, Sari is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, I mean, I'm interested in Monica since she wasn't in the kind of poem jumping around thing. It's the other theory, but I'm already kind of on Yuri's path, and I feel if I jump around too much, then it won't give me a decent ending. It's Yuri. Yuri seems most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinions, to be fair. Yuri reads the poem. I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Huh? What was that? Huh? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant that, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they formulate the two together. In the end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and by learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Atsuki can be a bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Not sure why Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd like to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight, to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. This is interesting, especially that last part, I flicker back. It makes me think of like Antisepticized stuff, you know, just like glitching flicker. Not really like a light flicker, but like a computer glitch flicker. I don't know, it's just me. Oh, I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you so a long time. Oh, it took you a long time to read. Sorry. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. That's a relief. So I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. To be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I want to try something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost sharing? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Smith. Really? I know, it isn't. I must have totally missed the point. Oh, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. I remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem has only been symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's not so nothing, really. Yours is impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Smirk. Me too. Who should I show my poem to next? Monica. I guess it doesn't really affect I'm gonna be showing to everyone anyway. Man, this is dragging out. Into me to the good stuff that I heard about. I don't know at what point it comes in though. We might not get into any of it this episode. Hi Smirk. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. Much better off just going with the flow until we're settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Smirk. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. And Monica, my poem. Great job, Smirk. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It was really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayuri, he uses simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuisances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure she'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while, but before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. I'm pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. It doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? Sweet. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. It's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. Ooh, that's deep. That gives me chills. Like, literally, I got chills from that. Wow. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really into the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be very powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure I know how to put this. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about the deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming out on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Ooh, should I show my poem to next? Sorry. I'm not really interested in Natsuki, honestly. Looks like we'll have to go through everyone, though. This is a good poem, Smirk. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's what impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm just really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how really a part of the club you are now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Smirk. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something only real good people do. Thanks, sorry. I'm not sure if Sorry sees the full picture, my motive here. And again, can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. You're a good editor, motives, if you know what I mean. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you can read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Let's see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleep free from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away the rainy day? I look above. The sky's blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. Blessing for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Oh my gosh, that last, I want breakfast. Oh no. No, you could have left that off and it would have been a little better. Oh, nah. Breakfast, hey? Sorry. Oh shit. It's just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I'm still trying my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that was a bad poem, but it was a pretty bad poem. It came out nicer. How should I put it? Sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were too late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Oh, I guess there's no point arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Hey, this was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Should I show my poem to next? Natsuki, I guess. Smart, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What, you expect me to believe you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put an effort. We all start somewhere, right? You're still proud of the first poem you wrote, and I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyways, I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Wow, that was garbage. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. Not. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. It's not the point of poems for people to express themselves. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it. I understand. But the other things about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like a setup for a rhyme at the end, but then it made it fall flat on purpose. Sure. It helps bring out the feelings in the last line. So you did. I got more went into this than I realized. That's what it's meant to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki is feeling proud that I won't take it away from her. Whew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That's a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Saira and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes slant on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss a symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't come out nice at all. But I do have a couple of suggestions. If I were looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone to actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Saori liked it, and Smirk did too. So, based on that, I'd gladly give you some suggestions on my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing the writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Smirk liked my poems too, you know. He even told me that he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you're so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri. Yeah, that's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just Smirk appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No, if I was full of myself, I'd be deliberately going my way to make everything I do overly guilty. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Smirk started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... It doesn't involve you. I don't like biting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turn towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Smirk! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Smirk. Hey, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey a complex feeling. And reading them most effectively. Avoiding them is not only not necessary, limiting yourself is also a waste. You understand that, right, Smirk? Well? How did I get dragged into all this in the first place? Okay, guys, I'm going to leave that episode here. I was hoping to get to something dark and spooky. I mean, aside from their poems. But in this episode, but not quite yet. Maybe the next one. Eventually we'll get to it, alright? Eventually we'll get to what everyone's been talking about, but it's still fun to read through. I liked it. So I hope you guys stick around for the next episode, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!